What happened if you stopped sleeping? Sleep is one of the most vital functions for human life, yet it's something many take for granted. Imagine a scenario where you completely stop sleeping. What would happen to your body, your mind, and your overall well-being? It turns out that sleep deprivation can have devastating effects, and without sleep, survival itself becomes questionable. The first 24 hours without sleep In the first 24 hours without sleep, your body will start to feel the strain, but you'll still be relatively functional. However, you may notice that simple tasks take longer to complete, and your focus starts to waver. You'll likely experience fatigue, impaired coordination, and a drop in your reaction times. Memory and judgment will also begin to decline. Mood changes like irritability and stress may creep in. At this stage, your brain is running on fumes, and it's trying to compensate. The body begins to produce more cortisol, a stress hormone, in response to the lack of rest. This leads to feelings of anxiety and makes concentration more difficult. 48 hours without sleep After 2 full days without sleep, the situation becomes more serious. By now, your cognitive abilities are significantly impaired. Your ability to process information is severely reduced, making it difficult to perform even basic tasks. You might experience microsleeps, brief moments of unconsciousness that last for a few seconds. During these microsleeps, your brain forces you to shut down even though you're trying to stay awake. At this point, you may start to experience physical effects like weakened immune function, tremors, and muscle weakness. Decision-making is poor, and emotional regulation becomes a challenge. Hallucinations or delusions may begin as the brain struggles to differentiate reality from dream-like thoughts. 72 hours without sleep At 72 hours, the body and brain are severely compromised. Your hallucinations may worsen, and you may experience paranoia or feelings of disconnection from reality, known as sleep deprivation psychosis. Your speech may become slurred, and you might have difficulty forming coherent thoughts. The lack of sleep at this stage can cause serious mood swings, depression, and anxiety. Cognitively, you're in survival mode. Your ability to focus is almost non-existent, and your problem-solving skills are all but gone. You'll find it nearly impossible to think clearly, and memory retention is virtually non-functional. Physiologically, the body is under significant stress. The immune system is suppressed, increasing susceptibility to illness. Heart rate and blood pressure may rise, and hormonal imbalances may worsen, causing widespread disruption to bodily functions. Long-term effects: a body in crisis. While it is highly unlikely that you could survive more than a few weeks without sleep, even long-term partial sleep deprivation can have a serious impact. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to 1. Weakened immune system. Your body becomes more susceptible to infections and illnesses, as it loses the ability to produce and regulate vital immune responses. 2. Cardiovascular issues. Lack of sleep is strongly linked to increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and hypertension. 3. Weight gain and metabolic problems. Sleep is essential for maintaining a healthy metabolism. Without it, the hormones responsible for appetite and energy regulation become imbalanced, leading to weight gain, insulin resistance, and an increased risk of diabetes. 4. Mental health issues. Chronic sleep deprivation increases the likelihood of developing depression, anxiety, and other mood disorders. It can also contribute to long-term cognitive decline, including dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Can humans survive without sleep? Humans cannot survive indefinitely without sleep. Experiments and rare cases, like the famous case of Randy Gardner in 1964, who stayed awake for 11 days, demonstrate that while the human body can go for a considerable amount of time without sleep, the consequences are severe. Prolonged sleep deprivation is ultimately fatal, as the body loses the ability to repair itself and regulate essential functions. In animal studies, prolonged sleep deprivation has led to death, often as a result of infection or organ failure. While it's not entirely clear how long humans could survive without sleep, the body would ultimately shut down from the stress and dysfunction caused by extreme sleep deprivation. Conclusion: sleep is not just a luxury, it's a biological necessity. Without it, both the mind and body deteriorate rapidly, leading to severe physical, cognitive, and emotional consequences. While missing a night of sleep may seem like a minor inconvenience, sustained sleep deprivation can be catastrophic, leading to hallucinations, organ damage, and eventually death. In short, sleep is vital to your health and well-being, and ensuring you get enough of it is one of the best things you can do for yourself.